Today, we will have a brief introduction of Growatt 3-phase battery-ready energy storage system installation. The core parts of the whole system are MOD3 10kTl3XH battery-ready inverter and ARK-XH battery system. There are 8 models in MOD-XH series from 3 kW to 10 kW. The lithium battery we used in this video is ARK-XH battery system. ARK battery uses the material of cobalt-free lithium iron phosphate to guarantee its excellent safety. Offering flexible capacity options for customers, each battery module is 2.56 kWh, support from 3 to 10 pieces in series, support remote firmware upgrade to save on-site maintenance fee. The whole system is easy installation with stacked modular design. The whole system supports double power supply function. An MOD 10kTl3XH inverter can provide 10 kW full power AC output plus 10 kW full power battery charge capacity. Before installation, we need to prepare the required tools. The operating environment is so important that it will influence the lifespan of MOD-XH, so please don't expose the MOD-XH to the environment of sunshine, rain, and snow. In order to ensure the machine can run properly and easy to operate, please provide adequate space for MOD-XH. First of all, unpacking the MOD-XH package and check whether the unit has damaged or missing parts. If happens, please contact the supplier. There are some connection ports including DC switch for solar input, battery input port, PV input port, USB ports for the monitoring accessory and firmware upgrade, COM port for communication of battery system, smart meter and backup box and DRM's function of Australia models or power control interface of European models. AC grid connection port. Make sure the PV switch is off. Similar to the traditional inverter connection, the input of solar panel can be made by PV terminal. Insert PV panel positive and negative cables into the relative terminal of MOD-XH. Limit maximum PV voltage 1100 volts. Consider the lowest temperature. Maximum PV input current 16 ampere. Maximum PV input power per string 10 kW. Remark: we suggest that you use the cable no less than 4 square millimeters, 12 AWG to connect. The battery power cable is inside the package for the ARK-XH battery cable accessory, which is purchased from Growatt. Insert battery positive and negative cable into the relative battery terminal of MOD-XH inverter. Limit: maximum battery voltage 950 volts. Maximum battery charge and discharge power 10 kW. MOD-XH has the AC grid port, and we can follow this AC wire suggestion to choose a suitable cable. Confirm the L1, L2, L3 M port of the connection terminal. Thread cables through pressure screw, C-ring, threaded sleeve in sequence. Insert cables into connection terminal according to polarities indicated on it and tighten the screws. Push and rotate threaded sleeve on to connection terminal until both are locked tightly. Plug the socket into AC output terminal. Clockwise rotation to tighten the socket. Counterclockwise rotation to loosen the socket. Here is the communication connector for the COM port. The definition of each port is shown in the table. The communication cable between MOD-XH inverter and ARK-XH battery is offered from Growatt, following the number label to connect with the communication connector. Connect the communication cable from the smart meter and a backup box to the communication connector. Thread cables through pressure screw, seal ring, threaded sleeve in sequence. Remove the cover from the terminal. Connect the communication connector to the COM port of MOD-XH inverter. Please remember to connect the grounding connector, which is at the right side of the MOD-XH inverter. Connect the L1, L2, L3 and N line of the grid to port 1, port 2, port 3, port 4 of the smart meter. Connect the port 8 to port 7, port 6, port 5 of the smart meter to L1, L2, L3 and N line of the load. Connect port A+ of the smart meter to port 5 of MOD-XH communication connector. Connect port B of the smart meter to port 6 of MOD-XH communication connector. Notice: the standard communication line between meter and inverter is 15 meters. If it is not enough, also can use a network cable to extend. The maximum communication distance is 100 meters. Unpack the battery module package, and there are some parts inside: ARK-2.5H A1 battery, power and communication cables, user manual and warranty card. The power interface of ARK-2.5H A1 battery, the power terminals to the MOD-XH inverter, the battery negative terminal and the positive terminal, grounding connector. Unpack the BTC95045A1 package, and there are some parts inside: BTC95045A1 module, the battery power module, power cables, dustproof terminal, warranty card, the terminal interface of the power module, BTC95045A1, the power terminals to the MOD-XH inverter, power button, the INV port to communicate with MOD-XH inverter. The link in and link out ports are reserved from multiple clusters of ARK battery in parallel. DC breaker, BMU port to communicate with upper ARK battery pack, power terminals to the ARK battery pack. The LED light shows the state of charge of the battery system. The USB interface for quick firmware upgrade on site. The ARK battery base is used for floor installation. The customer needs to purchase an extra accessory of ARK-XH battery cable, which is used to connect from the ARK battery system to the main XH inverter. Adjust the screws of the ARK battery base to ensure it on the floor horizontally. Put the battery base on the floor where it is close to the wall. Stack one ARK battery pack on the base. Remember to remove the top cover of the battery pack. Then stack the second ARK battery pack. Install the safety part in the final ARK battery pack and stack the battery pack to the whole system and fasten the safety part to the wall. Stack the power module to the whole system, and please don't remove the partial top cover of the power module. Connect the metal connectors between battery packs. Make sure all the connectors on both sides of the ARK battery are well connected. Remove all the dustproof cover attached to the battery pack. Connect the ground cable between battery packs. Connect the positive and negative power cable in series between all the battery packs and power modules. Connect the communication cable from BMU port of the power module to the link 0 port of the topper battery pack and connect all of the battery packs one by one. Power and communication cables from the hybrid inverter need to go through the rubber cover. Then connect the negative and a positive power cable to the corresponding terminals and connect the communication cable to the INV port of the power module. Notice: please remember to connect the single plug connector to the link 1 port of the bottom battery pack. Install the dustproof covers back to the floating terminals. Please remember to connect the ground cable made by the installer from the whole ARK battery system to the earth point. If the installation site has the height limit, the customer could consider installing ARK battery in 2 lines. An extra ARK 2.5H A1 series cable accessory is required. And follow the dynamic diagram to connect the ARK battery system. ARK-XH provides a USB port for communication. The whole energy storage system can be monitored via Shine Link-X, Shine Wi-Fi-X, Shine GPRS-X, and Shine LAN-X. As demonstrated, you can see the whole ESS system, and now we start to power the whole system. Firstly, turn on the breaker between grid and inverter. Secondly, turn on the PV breaker and PV switch of inverter. Finally, turn on the breaker of the power module and the power on the battery system. Then the status indicator will flicker for a short time and keep always on finally. The ARK-XH series battery ready energy storage system including MOD10KTL3XH, ARK-XH battery system, smart meter and AC breaker between inverter and the grid.